In this podcast episode, spiritual teacher and channeler Paul Selig discusses the teachings of the guides, a group of spiritual entities that he channels. The primary focus of the discussion is on the concept of fear and the denial of the divine as the root causes of humanity's challenges. The guides emphasize the need for humanity to face itself and all of its creations, reclaiming them in a higher way. Selig stresses the idea that fear permeates the common field that humanity occupies, often without recognition. He likens this to swimming in a dirty swimming pool, where the presence of fear has become so normalized that it is difficult to discern its influence. He emphasizes the need to move beyond collective restrictions and the false belief in separation that taints individual and collective memory. The concept of the upper room is introduced as a higher level of consciousness where fear does not hold sway. Selig encourages individuals to reclaim themselves at this level and see the world from a different perspective, free from the old templates informed by fear. He emphasizes that the kingdom is here, but it is a perception from a different octave, and the denial of the divine is the primary challenge facing humanity. Selig also addresses the idea of intentional malice and the forces that seek to corrupt innocence and deny the divine. He asserts that the intention to harm is always rooted in fear, even if it is not explicitly recognized as such. The denial of the divine is seen as a creation of humanity, and Selig urges individuals to move beyond this distortion to maintain the species. The discussion delves into the experience of merging with a higher aspect of the self, described as a soul or oversoul with a star origin. Selig shares a personal experience of encountering this aspect, which brought a deep sense of peace and clarity, disentangling him from fear and allowing him to navigate with precision and efficiency. He emphasizes the neutrality and compassion of this higher aspect, which operates without the old agenda and the influence of the personality. He also highlights the transformative power of merging with this higher self, which brings a deep sense of love and a profound shift in perspective. The conversation also touches on the topic of unidentified anomalous phenomena, which has been gaining attention in recent years. Selig suggests that the idea of life elsewhere is not a surprise and that humanity is being prepared for a reestablishment as a species. He emphasizes the importance of aligning to the possibilities and understanding that we are all part of the same species. One of the key takeaways from the podcast is the idea of reimagining relationships. Selig emphasizes the importance of moving away from fear-based contracts and agreements in relationships. Instead, he advocates for a shift towards a deeper sense of intimacy, trust, and community. He suggests merging kingdoms and developing new levels of connection among friends, lovers, and chosen family. This shift is seen as a way to move beyond the limitations of fear and separation and towards a more authentic and loving way of relating to others. The podcast also delves into the topic of artificial intelligence and its potential impact on humanity. Selig suggests that artificial intelligence does not possess the capacity for love and therefore cannot overtake humanity. He emphasizes the importance of how individuals choose to work with and address the opportunities and challenges presented by artificial intelligence. He also stresses the need for humanity to come together and move towards a new ideal, rather than succumbing to fear and division. Another significant theme in the podcast is the power of presence and being. Selig highlights the importance of aligning with one's true self and knowing who you are in truth. He emphasizes that the true self knows, while the small self thinks, and that the work of the guides is more about agreement, allowance, and surrender, rather than hard effort. The guides offer attunements as a way to align individuals to their highest expression and reclaim their true identity. The podcast also touches on the concept of the war within the self, which is born in the denial of the divine and the basis of every battle and act of violence. Selig stresses the importance of forgiveness and acceptance in resolving this internal conflict, as well as the recognition of the divine within oneself and others. Towards the end of the podcast, Selig offers an attunement, culminating in the claim, God is. This claim is described as aligning to the source of all things and coming into form as all things. The attunements are likened to notes on a piano, and when played in unison, They create a cord that moves individuals into a higher level of alignment.